In today's episode, we're going to look at why dogs are better swimmers than cats. Is it something about their body shape, their muscle mass, their paws, their attitude towards water? Is there any truth to the saying that a cat has 9 lives and that they always land on their feet? And how about that dog paddling motion? Is it hardwired into their DNA? Let's dive in. Number 1, evolutionary background. Humans have been keeping dogs as pets for thousands of years. But where did they come from? According to scientists, dogs descended from gray wolves and other wild canids. These animals often had to cross rivers, wade through streams, and hunt along the shoreline, so swimming was an essential life skill. Over time, those who were better at swimming were more likely to survive, find food, and reproduce, passing their swimming abilities to their offspring. This evolutionary process favored the development of adaptations that made wolves better swimmers. On the other hand, domestic cats evolved from the African wildcat, Felis libica. These cats typically lived in arid, desert-like habitats with little access to water. As a result, there was no evolutionary pressure for them to swim, and they didn't develop the same adaptations that made wolves and eventually dogs good swimmers. Instead, cats relied on stealth and agility to hunt their prey on land. In short, dogs were essentially bred over thousands of years to become comfortable in the water, while cats were never really pushed to develop swimming abilities. So from an early age, dogs are more likely to be comfortable around water than cats. Number 2, body structure. Looking at the physical differences between dogs and cats can shed some light on why dogs are better swimmers. Generally, dogs have longer bodies and stronger legs than cats, which helps them paddle and keep their heads above the water. Their paws are large, with some breeds even having slightly webbed feet, which allows them to catch more water and propel themselves forward more efficiently. Some dogs, like retrievers, have special adaptations like a double layer of skin between their toes for extra support. Cats, on the other hand, have lighter frames, smaller legs, and less muscular hindquarters. While this makes them agile and graceful on land, it doesn't offer much advantage in the water. Their small, compact paws are good for walking, running, and climbing, but they don't provide the surface area needed for efficient paddling. Also, while some cats may have some webbing between their toes, it's usually not as pronounced as in dogs. Because of these physical differences, cats tend not to swim unless necessary, while many dogs enjoy it. Number 3, the dog paddle instinct. Another reason why dogs are better swimmers than cats is their strong swimming instinct. When placed in the water, many dogs will instinctively begin swimming with the classic dog paddle motion without needing any prior training or encouragement. They seem to know how to use their body and limbs to keep themselves afloat and move through the water. On the other hand, cats may struggle or panic when first introduced to water. Some cats can swim if forced or trained to do so, but they don't exhibit the same strong swimming instinct as dogs. Instead, they often seem stressed or fearful in the water and would rather find another way to escape. This difference in behavior is likely related to the evolutionary history and adaptations of each species. Dogs' ancestors swam regularly, so swimming is hardwired into their DNA. Cats' ancestors never had to swim, so they don't have the same innate ability. It's like how some animals are naturally good at climbing trees, like cats, but not so good at swimming, while dogs aren't great at climbing, but are good at swimming. Number 4, temperament and experience. Comparing the temperament and experiences of dogs and cats can also help explain why dogs are better at swimming. Generally, dogs are known for being more curious, playful, and sociable than cats. They're also more tolerant of water and other potentially stressful situations. This is partly due to their history with humans. For thousands of years, humans have involved dogs in water activities like duck hunting or water rescue, making them more accustomed to swimming and less afraid of the water. Some dog breeds, like retrievers, are specifically bred for water work, so they're particularly fond of swimming. Cats, on the other hand, are more independent and less eager to please their owners. They're also less tolerant of being wet, as their fur absorbs water and becomes heavy and cold. This makes them feel uncomfortable, and they try to avoid water as much as possible. Interestingly, the dislike for water seems to affect cats more than dogs, even within the same litter. If a mother cat is comfortable around water, her kittens may still inherit her tolerance. So it's not just about being a cat versus a dog. Each animal is an individual, and some cats might actually enjoy swimming. However, overall, it's safe to say that cats are less likely to swim than dogs because of their dislike for getting wet. Finally, let's discuss some exceptions to the rule. While it's generally true that dogs are better swimmers than cats, there are always exceptions to the rule. As mentioned before, not all dogs enjoy swimming, and some cats actually do. For example, the Maine Coon cat is known for its love of water. They have a thick, water-repellent coat and webbed feet, which make them better swimmers than most cats. The Turkish van is another breed of cat that loves water. They're often called the swimming cats of Turkey. They have a distinctive water-resistant outer coat and a soft undercoat that dries quickly, making them well adapted for swimming. On the other hand, not all dogs have the body type and adaptations necessary for swimming. Breeds like bulldogs and pugs have short muzzles, heavy bodies, and short legs, which can make it difficult for them to move through the water. As a result, they're not as good swimmers as longer, leaner dogs. Ultimately, while it's common for dogs to be better swimmers than cats, there are exceptions in both species. It's important to remember that every animal is an individual, and their swimming ability depends on various factors like breed, size, age, and personality. In conclusion, dogs are generally better swimmers than cats because of their evolutionary history, body structure, innate swimming instincts, and more tolerant attitude towards water. Over thousands of years, dogs have been selectively bred by humans for various purposes, including swimming and water activities. Their bodies are also more adapted for swimming, with features like webbed feet and powerful legs. Plus, dogs have a strong swimming instinct hardwired into their DNA. Cats, on the other hand, have not been selectively bred for swimming. Their bodies are not as adapted for it, and they don't have the same strong swimming instinct. They also tend to dislike water, which makes them less likely to swim. Of course, there are always exceptions to the rule. Some cats love water, and some dogs don't. But in general, dogs are better swimmers than cats. Thank you for watching and keeping curious. Leave us a comment down below. We'll see you next time.